Hi there, I'm Alex Billis, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about instructional system theory and the way it's impacted emergency response. In any emergency, it's obviously critical that responding teams have a plan and that they're able to effectively carry it out in order to help those on the ground who need it the most. In our case studies, we've seen how crucial design and implementation of a plan can be. For example, during Hurricane Katrina, which was considered to be one of the greatest natural disasters in our country's history, much of the blame for the lack of preparedness and the lack of leadership can ultimately be traced back to the lack of the instructional systems that were or were not in place at that time. Effective design of these systems is perhaps the most important aspect of emergency response. This is because rather than it being a responsive act, it is an anticipatory act. It is a preventative measure, if you will. Before we begin, I think it's important to first discuss what instructional systems are and what they do. Instructional systems refer to the process in which instructional materials are designed, developed, and delivered. Furthermore, the design of instructional systems can encompass training exercises, but ultimately, instructional systems ensure that the procedures deployed by citizens and responders are clear and consistent throughout the entire relief effort. Also, a well-instituted instructional system can greatly decrease unnecessary casualties that may result from a natural disaster. Creating an instructional system is no easy task, however, and for that reason, many iterations of the same plan may be put out as time goes on. These iterations lead to a more precise delivery and a more accurate estimate of the efforts needed to help those afflicted. As we've progressed into the 21st century, technology has played a huge role in the way our instructional systems are disseminated. Fortunately, the age of the internet has made it far easier to establish procedural norms for when communities are struck with disaster. This has perhaps been the most consequential progression that we've made in instructional systems. The fact that most individuals now have access to internet is something that has completely changed the way this information is brought to the public. This has the effect of making the lives of responders and citizens far easier since they now have increased access to the training that they need. Now that we've laid out what instructional system is, I think that it's important to kind of go into some details and some examples. I have a strong feeling that everybody remembers fire drills in grade school. At the time, the best part about them was missing 10 minutes of class. However, what we didn't realize was that that was an instructional system being deployed, and we were in the middle of it. For individuals in the Midwest, the same can be said on tornado drills, and for people living out in California, the same can be said on the drills they conduct in order to prepare their students and their teachers for what happens if an earthquake may strike. There is no doubt that these drills, while they are a little bit inconvenient at times, can surely lead to greater public safety. The same can be said at large for our instructional systems as a whole as they relate to emergency management. Thank you.